you think the odds would be cool? There's some research made that well, yeah, you'd have to use a very specific one. Just the ones you're thinking.
It's dangerous. This can cross the blood-brain barrier.
It's the future.
Did you know that the EPA estimates that you spend 90% of your time indoors? According to their 2005 Program Needs for Indoor Environments Research. That is an enormous chunk of your life. And shouldn't such an enormous chunk of your life be spent in an environment that is not only healthy but productive? Well, an easy way to do that, to make this environment productive, is to add a house plant or some dorm plants. I have benefited since day one of having a dorm plant. Fred and his family. I have experienced some of the scientifically based benefits, which include stress reduction, improved cognitive function, improved air quality, and companionship. It's no secret that college students are stressed. According to a 2012 study by the American Psychological Association, they found that millennials and Gen Xers have the highest stress levels. Now, this was back in 2012, so it's reasonable to believe that 5.4 and 5.4 are no longer 5.4. That it's likely that as Gen Xers settle into their lives and figure stuff out, that their stress will go down. While millennials, as more of us enter college, like ourselves, will have higher stress. And especially for us today. Today, we're more like up here. Some of us probably even higher because it's Dead Week and we're giving speeches. But thankfully, according to a 2015 Huffington Post article by Meredith Mennick, it was reported that being around plants induces a relaxation response. The study that she reported on had two groups of people. One group went in a room with no plants, and one group of people went in a room with plants. The group of people that went into the room with plants reported a lowered blood pressure of 2 points more than the group of people who went into the room without plants. That 2 points of blood pressure doesn't seem like much, but it's equal to about half a blood pressure pill, which is significant. Also, in Cindy Fulton's 2014 thesis on the impact of real and artificial plants on the patient experience in the hospital setting, she concluded that plants reduced pain and stress of patients. She also found a correlation between quicker recovery times and plants being in the recovery room. As college students, it's obvious why we need our brains. We need them to function. We use them every day, and we're tested on their ability. So it makes sense that you would do what you can to boost your performance, right? We're not talking about drugs, but natural remedies. According to an NBC News article by Sophie Lee from this past July, houseplants can improve your concentration and productivity by up to 15%, which means if you were planning on spending an hour studying, you would only have to spend, say, 51 minutes, which is a 9-minute extra bonus time. Which means if you say study for 4 or 5 hours, that's an easy extra Netflix episode before you go to bed. In a different article, Living Together, in Horticulture's most recent magazine, it was reported that workers' memory and attention span were increased by the presence of plants. Now, we all know that air quality is very important. We've seen in China where pollution and outdoor air quality kills millions and millions of people per year. I think the estimate was about 2.6 million people died of lung cancer in China last year. But what you didn't know is that polluted indoor air can cause some of the same effects and has been linked to dangers such as coronary heart disease and lung cancer, according to Wendy Presnitz's 2003 article in Natural Life. In Marissa Conrad's 2008 article, Pots of Health, she reported that 2 common houseplants, the Janet Craig and the sweet Chico, can reduce the amount of volatile organic compounds by up to 70%. They do this by, when they photosynthesize, they take in CO2 and the gases in the air, and then trap them inside. And the compounds end up traveling down towards the roots, where they are decomposed and used for food later. Some of these volatile organic compounds are things like formaldehyde, which are found in a lot of new appliances and things, like when you peel that fresh plastic off. Formaldehyde is one of those things. It's also in fresh paint. So besides all those benefits where the physical and the stress benefits, you have companionship. When I first acquired Fred as a graduation gift, it was just one Fred. Fred didn't have any tendrils or any little mini Freds. It was just Fred. And over the summer, I watered Fred and we bonded. We grew closer and closer. And every time my mom would try to take Fred off the windowsill because she thought Fred was ruining the windowsill when I watered Fred, I always put Fred back because Fred needed Fred's nurturing sun. And so over that time we bonded. And then it came to the trip where Fred came down and he survived 2 complete ejections from the pot. Complete. Soil and all out. And I was very concerned. And as I nursed Fred back to health, I was very satisfied when he became healthy again. And so now we have the expansion of Fred and the Fred family. We now have Fred Jr. We now have Snap Fred. And this is Fred 6.0, the 6th tendril. Fred 7.0 is in incubation, sitting in water. And Fred has not stopped growing, I am happy to report. And so according to a 2011 article, people-plant relationships in an office workplace perceive benefits for the workplace and employees for hortiscience. Employees experience some of these same benefits that I did when they had a plant under their care that developed, which led to a higher feeling of their self-confidence. So now, I want you to relax a little bit and imagine something. So, imagine walking into your room and being greeted by the pleasant smell of flowers instead of the smell of those sheets we know you haven't washed since week 2. And you're instantly calmed by the scent of greenery distributed throughout the room. And then you smile because you see the new growth your plants have made over the past couple of days under your tender, loving care. And you can breathe deeply, knowing that your room is a healthy environment that you can enjoy being. This is not a wild fallacy. This is a legitimate possibility. If you think you can't keep plants alive, take a tip from Tavon Martin's 2015 article, Life of the Immortal Houseplant. Collect indestructible plants. A great plant to have is a succulent. You can find them everywhere. They're on campus. People have been handing them out. They're $2. I've seen, I believe it was a frat selling succulents for $2 right there on Dexter Lawn a couple of weeks ago. And even the university has caught on to this plant idea. If you may have noticed, on the second floor of the UU, you may have seen snake plants by the windows, which are known to filter out bad, harmful chemicals in the air. And also some other plants put around the study area for a better environment. So, go get yourself a plant. There are many places you can go. You can find them at the farmer's market. You can find them at the open-air flower shops near Woodstocks. There's a plant shop on campus. Or you can buy them online through Amazon Prime. But it's simple. Get a plant, be happy, be healthier.